welcome to the Simple Fix Movement Library. My name is Karen and today we're going to be looking at your half plank, your moving plank, your wheelbarrow as you might know it, your reformer exercise that requires you to hold your half plank position and use your arms and shoulders to move the carriage. This is a super common exercise, but more so it's a great one to do for various reasons. Shoulder and upper body conditioning, understanding and placement of the body, and then of course great amount of core and arm strength is required. So let's get into it. So we are going to get ourselves with our hands onto our foot bar. And now often people set up with their feet against their shoulder pads. I actually don't encourage that at all. I encourage you to bring your knees to the front of your bed. Then the first thing you're going to do is actually get your shoulders themselves over the bar. Once you're there, take a second for your tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, tuck it away, lengthen the lower back, scoop it away, and then press the pubic bone towards the bar. So now I'm hopefully in a straight line, shoulders, hips, knees. Eye line forward. I should feel a little bit of activation here already. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale. I'm going to press that carriage back. Now, as I start pressing the carriage back, my challenge is to not allow my bum to pop out, okay? My challenge is to keep that half plank position, not collapse forward, not collapse into the rib cage either, keeping that nice and strict. I want to get to just before the carriage hits the back of the bed. Hold that there and feel that work through the arms. Close the rib cage, push out of the arms as much as you can. Hold it here for 3, for 2, and then recover without making any changes to the body. Inhale. Exhale. Sliding away. Tucking the tailbone away, closing the rib cage, squeezing that carriage back. Not hyperextending through the elbows. I've got a soft bend. My ribs are closed, my sternum lifted for 3, for 2, and 1 coming in. Okay, so I always recommend finding that on a medium-ish spring. So that was on a green on the fold reformer. And then once you're comfortable with the form, this exercise is all about form, okay? Once you're comfortable with the form, you can then go onto a lighter spring set. Once you're on a lighter spring set, the carriage is going to move quicker. You are going to be more challenged to maintain that posture. So you'll get yourself set up again towards the front of the bed. Shoulders forward, tailbone tucked away, ribs closed. I then start sliding the carriage away. And what will likely happen is the work will set in a little bit sooner, okay? Tailbone is tucked away, ribs are closed. I can feel that work through the arms because I'm not hyperextended. I'm not hanging on my joints. I'm going to hold for a couple seconds and then I'm going to bring it all the way in without changing shape. Okay. Where you'll feel this mostly should be sort of upper abdominals across the rib cage if you are keeping your ribs closed correctly. You will be feeling quite a bit of arm work, but what you really want to stay away from is collapsing into those shoulders. Okay, just like you would in your most optimal plank, which if you don't know about yet, go back into the movement library to the mat work and find how to do a high plank. Okay, you want to keep those ribs closed. You want to keep that sternum elevated, loads of energy through those arms. Okay, it is as much a placement and shoulder conditioner as it is for those abdominals. And of course, if you are going back and you are feeling any work at all into the lower back, then I guarantee you, you have untucked that tailbone, you have gone into an arch, you have activated into that mid back, which we do not want. We want a long lower back, tucked away tailbone, and shortened connection between the rib cage and the pelvis and the pelvis for this specific exercise. Always start on a slightly more medium, slightly stronger spring. Allow it to feel easy. Make sure you're really understanding your posture before you start lightening up the spring and adding the challenge.